Well, I've mentioned several times tonight that we had a special announcement that we were going to make, and as we get ready for the special finale that these guys have planned for you, I want to take a moment to talk about what's coming up. A very special event. It's going to be taking place next year, actually along the 1st of June, June 4th of 2010, to celebrate Rural Rhythm's 55th anniversary. The Graves family and Rural Rhythm Records have created a very special full-day event that will take place at Graves Mountain. Do any of you go to that festival there? Yeah, I got a few people, and you know this guy here is heavily involved in it. Well, Rural Rhythm Records is going to be there. 6 Rural Rhythm artists are going to be performing on stage, and the entire day those groups are going to be playing at Graves Mountain, Virginia. Individually and together, it's going to be an all-star setting, and on that show, you'll see the Crow Brothers, Carrie Hassler and Hard Rain, Audie Blaylock and Redline, Lou Reid and Carolina, the Lonesome River Band, Russell Moore and Third Time Out. Now, isn't that a lineup? Yeah. I hope you'll make your plans to attend that. We're going to be recording that event for Sirius XM that weekend as well. I'm going to be on hand to MC the event. If I can keep my mind on my MC duties, because I very well might just get lost in the music if it's anything like what we had tonight.
Thank you, Kyle. We appreciate you. Of course, for those that never have been to Graves Mountain, well, let me just rephrase the question. How many people has been to Graves Mountain, just out of curiosity? Well, next year is our 18th season, and when Sam and I were talking prior to the first of this year, he said, you know, I'd like to record a live record. And I said, well, I got the great venue for you, and we've been working on this for quite some time, and you know, it's pretty special to be able to, at Graves Mountain, to be able to get all of our friends to be there on that Friday and record a live album. And of course, Kyle mentioned all the great groups that will be there, and of course we'll be mixing and matching, and hopefully we'll have this released sometime this time next year. But we want to thank all of you for hanging around and being part of this special evening with Rural Rhythm. This is quite the party, don't you think? Everybody had a good time for the last couple of hours? And I also want to mention that Kyle will be there, and we're real honored. Thank you, Kyle, for taking your time and coming out on the road with us. We appreciate that. But Graves is a very, very special place in my heart, but I think that I could speak on behalf of all of us here on stage, because whether they're respective groups or they have played in other groups over the years, they've been there. And it's at the base of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it's such an awesome place. And we have our flyers available, and we hope that before you leave tonight, you'll take a flyer home with you, and if you can, make plans to be with us next year. But several years ago, I asked my buddy Carl Jackson if he would write a song, because Graves goes back 400 years, back when John Smith actually came to Jamestown and they moved west, and it's quite the story. And I asked Carl to be able to put together a song, and he did. So on behalf of all of us, we thank you, but I'm going to get Carl to sort of set this up, and enjoy the rest of your week, ladies and gentlemen.
How many folks have been over to Graves Mountain before? It's such a beautiful setting, and when Mark and the Graves family asked me to write this song, I said yeah, without thinking about trying to get 400 years in 3 minutes. It didn't happen either. But I squeezed it in the best I could in 5 or 6 or 7. I don't know how long it lasts, but I hope you'll like it. And I always enjoy it. I'm so thankful that Mark had asked me to be a part of Graves Mountain the last few years, and it's just a time that I look forward to. And I know that if all of you, any of you, those of you who haven't been there, go. It's great. It's awesome. Anyway, this song is called Graves Mountain Memories, and we're going to try it. 2, 3, 4. Gather round, dear brothers, sisters young and old. There's some history to Graves Mountain, and the story should be told. I hope a smile will cross your faces, and your tears will fall like rain, as you learn about the family by which the mountain took its name.
keep a putting new roofs down. 1608 they set sail from London to Jamestown. With new dreams in the new world, the family tree began to grow. And the hills of old Virginia 400 years ago.
Back in 1851 it snowed and many travelers stayed at the mountains on the ordinary built by Benson. Stopping point between Newmarket on the road to Gordon's Mill, where the weary souls changed horses, got some rest in Hayfield. Pascal raised a son he called James Madison Grace. Became a scout for Stonewall Jackson in the war between the states. Taken prisoner by the Yankees just before the war would end. Paroled in 1865, returning home again. More than the stars above the Blue Ridge, more than the rocks along the apple tree, more than the rocks along Rose River. My heart's filled with Grace Mountain memories.
Back in the Great Depression, which was the year of 29, Elvin Graves with Miss Kate Charlton continued God's design. She was a teacher out of Bradford who left a lesson about life. When there's someone to remember you, your soul will never die.
Though his legal name was Elvin, the locals called him Mr. Jack. Gone far and wide for his overalls and the jokes that he would crack. In his elder years, the first to ride, you could see him every morning, driving his old pickup back and forth across the farm.
More than the stars above the Blue Ridge, more than the blossoms on the apple trees, more than the rocks along Rose River. My heart's filled with Graves Mountain memories.
I'll say that middle one. James Carter Gray met Rachel back in 1963. Our friend leaned to him and whispered, now there's a girl who had a dream. Soon the branches were united, generations down the road. From the family tree first planted 4 centuries ago.
Today, just below Graves Mountain, the old family lot still stands. They're nestled in the foothills between the Rose and Rapidan. A place known for its tradition, fried chicken and fruit pie. Making friends and keeping people are the words that you live by. More than the stars above the Blue Ridge, more than the blossoms on the apple trees, more than the rocks along Rose River. My heart's filled with Graves Mountain memories.
God bless you, and we hope to see you next year at Graves Mountain. Have a great time this week, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.